Well guys, everywhere's completely deserted around here at the moment. I'm at Duxford, about to go on a check ride for a PA28 that you guys are about to meet, and hopefully if all this coronavirus stuff gets sorted out and we survive this, whatever it is, I mean it's pretty terrifying stuff, should feature quite nicely in this channel, because I've bought 1/13 of a share in this PA28 Cherokee. I'm now about to basically take the covers off it for the first time. I flew in it long ago, got my airside pass so I can get to it. Obviously you guys know this is where long time followers of this channel will know this is actually where I did all my flight training. So I know Duxford very well, and I know that it's really strange for there to be not a lot of people here. It's really weird. But the planes are still here. I know because we're supposed to be self-isolating at the moment, I've self-isolated for about 5 or 6 days, and I know that the guy I'm going up with, Tom, who is the check ride instructor here at Duxford, who's going to make sure that basically I'm converting to a new type, so you have to sort of get used to it and know how it works and everything. A few different things. There's IJ, that's what I did my training in, little baby. So yeah, we need to know, well they need to know that I'm competent to fly this. It might take an hour, it might take 4 hours of lessons, because it's quite a different plane, but I'm looking at her now, man. She looks beautiful. Check her out, here she is. Hell yeah, look at you, baby. What a beautiful little plane. Huh. Oh man, I'm so pleased. Here she is. Do you know what? There's a few people actually here throwing the planes about, doing stuff. What a better day to come here, start doing some flying. Check it out, look at her. All covered up. Let's get her uncovered quickly. Here's the beast. Oh. Can honestly not believe that I own a share in this plane. It's mental. Love it though, look at the little beast. Little baby girl. Why is it you get so attached to these little inanimate objects? Look at her though. I was going to get myself acquainted with the controls in the aircraft, but also just walking around, as I've said before, is a really good way to get your mind into the fact that you're about to go flying if you commit to flight and the weather's okay. And before I knew it, after doing all of that, Tom was with me in the cockpit. It's kind of strange getting into the cockpit with someone you've never flown with before, especially when they're an instructor, because you think, well, what is this guy looking out for and all that? But it does become really quite apparent that they're there just to help you learn a little bit more. They put you at ease straight away, and you know, it's just, you're just there to have fun. I really can't put it in any other way. And it was just nice to have a good chat with Tom as well. And he'd never really been filmed before, but he really liked the idea of me filming the flight as we went along. So if there were any little things that I needed to know or point out or learn, I could go back and watch this film. That's why I film all my flights, just so I can learn from them. You might notice as well that I'm now using Sky Demon on my iPad. I still have a full aeronautical chart in the corner as well, tucked away in the sort of sleeve of the iPad holder. But it was just weird going through all these things again, having not flown for probably about 2 months. It was going to be a really good flight. So just have a little sit down with us and a listen while we go through the controls. Any times of the flight, if you don't feel well or you're not happy or anything like that, then let us know. Have you got any questions? Oh, here's where you know how to do your seat up and everything, yeah. All that sort of thing. That's the first bit actually. I usually do it that way around.
That's good. The only thing I would say is when you have controls, confirm the call sign, you have control.
I have control.
And then you say I have control.
Okay.
And vice versa. Just so that's clear.
Okay, right. Instruments, undamaged level. Right, okay. Flying controls from the pre-moving. Oops, sorry.
Right.
Something about, yeah, I might pop mine off.
Yeah. That's right, I'm going to pop that on my head. There you go. Yeah, it's all good to see.
Yeah, get this side as well. Okay, good. Trimmers, full and free movement set for takeoff.
Okay, is this cushion in the way? You're alright.
That's fine. That'll be it. Well, you could probably, yeah. I'll tuck it under you a bit, John.
Ladder thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the trim on here, he said, oh, just set it roughly there. And I looked, I was like, well, I don't know where that is. It's typical trimmer, it hasn't got a takeoff slot.
So about...
Usually in the middle, I told him.
About that, yeah, keep it in the middle.
Yeah. Now we get that cool noise as you pop the master switch on and you hear all the gyros start to spin up. Oh, it's just like, here we go, guys. We're about to go flying. Okay, master switch on. Circuit breakers and fuses. Good.
Check.
Okay, beacon is on. That must be just all on
That's
that.
the landing light. So you can take the landing light off, so it takes the load off the battery.
So where's the beacon switch on there?
Anti-collision light.
Anti-collision light. Fuel is on. Select tank with lowest content. So I've got that currently on the left.
Yep, that's
We've got a
fine.
little bit less.
I think the gauges are not quite accurate.
Yeah. I'll put on. Okay. Log engine start. There we go.
Brilliant. So, cranking no longer than 10 seconds.
Okay.
It should be.
We went through all the power checks that we need to do and went through our magneto checks and all the things that we have to do before we start moving the aircraft, and then taxied down to the hold, did our high power checks and then taxied out onto runway 06 at Duxford. First time I'd taken off on this runway in about 6 or 7 weeks. But hopefully Duxford is now reopened, and I'll put a little ending to this video so you can see that general aviation is now back open again after the lockdown of coronavirus from a general aviation perspective. And I did pop to Duxford and got some pictures of Papa Kilo, the plane we're in now, taking off, being flown by one of the other people in the syndicate. And also, look, we've got planes that we can see.
Brilliant.
Nearby.
Coming right at us, that's fine. So,
Okay.
are you familiar with the local area there?
Yeah, very familiar.
Okay, brilliant. So, take it for a nice little trip up through Grafton Border.
Okay. not very often I use this camera with this mic setup and everything, but it was a bit on the hoof that I came here to film this. But it's absolutely fantastic to be back down here, feeling of normality, to be back down at Duxford, a fantastic historical aerodrome, completely empty. No one is here apart from a couple of dudes emptying bins behind us, security guards and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been lovely to be back here. It's been lovely to see PK again. It's great to see PK climbing out of Duxford on runway 24 on its little flight off round Grafham Water and back again. So really, really good. Oh, it's just energising, you know, to see that happening. And here comes the helicopter again, doing circuits, circuit bashing. Oh, we've had another plane land. Oh well. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'm going because I need to go home. See you in a sec.